want to ask you first of all about how the tour's going.
Yeah, great. I'm blown away, to be honest, because we've not really done that much like press or PR. We've not put that much time into like promoting the album, so it's been really busy every night, and I'm really surprised because we've definitely done tours in the past where we've had a quiet gig, you know, like a Tuesday night somewhere, and they've just all been really busy, and I think it's just down to like really good promoters. So I'm chuffed. It's been great. Yeah, really good.
Brilliant.
I'd like to talk with you on Sunday. How did you forget which was the right way?
You've done a fair few albums in the last 5-6 years.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Do you feel, I always feel like if I look at how much you played, I'd say you're more into studio than playing live now. Is that fair to say?
Not
really?
No, not particularly. I do really like touring, but I've just got like a business that I run outside of this, making ceramics. So it just like my time all disappears, and then it's also when you get a little bit older, it's harder to get everyone together to play a tour.
Yeah.
So these lads, like Niamh lives in Glasgow and Joel lives in Lancaster, and they've all got jobs, and it's like getting back together. It's just difficult to take the time off. So yeah, and then I wasn't really writing that much music recently because I was playing a lot with another band, Mock Tudors, so I hadn't really written Mr. Ben stuff for like a year. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's my other project. So it's probably like a tour a year now at the moment, but that's it.
Did we forget which was the right way?
You write the songs, right, and then you're taking it into a band environment.
Yeah.
I was wondering a couple of things that, I mean, how is that, you know, are they just kind of on board and play it? But also, when you're writing songs on your own, do you ever kind of want or need a bit of collaboration or feedback?
Oh, definitely, and especially with this last record. I mean, I do the bare bones of it. I do all the bass and guitars and vocals and stuff, but we did quite a lot of drum machine tracking on this vintage drum machine, but then Zach came in and played some drums on probably 6 tracks. Who's playing guitar now, but he was the drummer. And then Tom, who was in the band previously, came in and did some piano and electric guitar and stuff. Well, they're like actually good musicians. Like I'm like can chug away on the root note, but like yeah, they bring it to life. So yeah, they're folk.
There is a seance on a Sunday.
You're a very creative guy, clearly, right? You've got your ceramics, you do illustration and painting.
Yeah.
From what you're saying, which I found really interesting. Now, the first thing that struck me is the creative process for all these activities similar? Do you feel like there's overlaps, or does one inform the other?
To be honest, I'm very impatient, so that's probably the main driving force. So I'm not a very strong editor of what I do. I just do as much as possible and then see if anyone likes it, really. So that's probably the main manifesto. I don't really question stuff. I'm like a bit like a, I don't know, golden retriever for creative stuff. I just get excited by things and just try and get the ideas down as quick as possible.
But do you see those activities quite separate, like the songwriting versus the ceramics?
Yeah, especially when I was younger, I didn't know how to combine all of the stuff that I was interested in, and then I just created this moniker, Mr. Ben, when I was at university, that kind of age, and then it kind of means that it can all live. So I can make stuff and it doesn't seem weird that there's like a picture of a pot, but also like playing music because it's like this kind of character who's just doing stuff. So it's quite liberating, yeah.
So did you go by that name when, like Mr. Ben, when you're doing
ceramics,
stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is funny because sometimes I do it for like some like pretty like shiny clients, and they don't really like using it because it's like a bit tongue-in-cheek, like they want you to Benjamin Hall or whatever, and I'm just like, I'm not interested. So yeah, it's funny, yeah.
So do you stick to your guns on that?
Yeah, I'll try to.
Brilliant.
I'd like to talk with you on Sunday. How did you forget which was the
I've never done pottery, well, barely. And I might be getting too deep on it, but I think it was like a real philosophical
it is.
thing, right?
It is. Yeah, it's
like
very
creating something from pretty much nothing.
Yeah,
it's kind of alchemy, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Is that
That's the kind of movement in the early to mid 20th century of like Western potters getting really influenced by Eastern philosophy, because obviously their craft is really linked to like Buddhist practice and stuff. So there's a really interesting kind of there was like a resurgence of kind of like really thoughtful potters in the UK, kind of pretentious but great at the same time. So yeah, that's fed like a lot of art in this country in terms of like how people operate in ceramics, which it's amazing. And I feel like I'm like not as invested in that, but the legacy of that definitely continues. You just read up about Unknown Craftsman it's called, which is like a book about like the best pots by just people who are just making without any ego. So
so like you said, you're very prolific there. Where's the ideas come from?
Again, I just try and not overthink it and just be a bit of like, there's a really good Niamh quote, and he said, oh yeah, if you're songwriting, and I think the same happens for art as well, is that you're just like a conduit for ideas, and you shouldn't just let things pass through you, and they're always going to come out in the way that you're going to do it if you don't think too hard. So yeah, sometimes I'd have concepts but they usually just come by making the thing, so the process just means that but by doing it you come up with stuff, and then that informs the next thing that you do. So rather than being like, I'm going to make this album that's going to be electronic or whatever, I just write some songs. Yeah, not really.
Well, in your terms of like daily/creative life, are you a type like, you know, like Nick Cave says, I get up and I go to the office of creativity 9 till 6 and see what comes out?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm terrible in the evenings, like I can't do anything. So I've got a studio, so that's just my routine and cycle to work. And then I'm there by 9, and then I just do 9 to 5 basically.
See what comes out.
Yeah.
Did you forget which was the right way? So long, ecstasy. I left you crying in that crumbling bathroom. Those cherubic friends. How we nuzzled in the puzzle of the nightclubs, yeah.